So in many ways, we are already we already have a transatlantic collaboration in place, and the question now is there also a reason or a feasibility for an institute to have a transatlantic institute, and that is the next presentation about, and the speaker is Vilhjálmur Nielsen, who is an associate partner of Bitland, and he has holds a PhD in environmental costs of energy, and he has been responsible for the feasibility study that has been done so far. So William, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And thank you for Nordic Innovation Center, who found it interesting to finance it also. What I'm trying to do is going back and see what was the aim of this, what was the mission. To join interest around the Atlantic Ocean in a semi-virtual applied R&D institute with close collaboration with associated university and innovation industries in USA, UK, Europe, and the Nordic countries, and maybe they should have mentioned a few other countries. Vision: 5 years from now, TACIT will be a global center of excellence within marine research and development because of its ability to make a difference in implementing new know-how and technology. And success criteria: formalized collaboration with the most relevant and esteemed university and research institute across the Atlantic Ocean. The most innovative industry companies prefer to cooperate with TACIT on marine technology development. By this conference, I could stop there saying, well, it is possible to attract a lot of people, interested people, coming here saying, yes, we want to be a part of this. We think it's interesting to come here. But to go more into the depth of that, what is the main thing? Why shouldn't another university, another place, go and say exactly the same, set up a conference saying, here, we're doing it here? Why should we go? What could we contribute here to the Faroes? What would make it relevant? One of those global challenges we have is a sustainable utilization of ocean resources, have least environmental impacts and resource consumption on that. Al Gore named peak fish as a good picture on that. CO2 reduction, large penetration of renewable energy, that's the global warming aspect of that. And third, how do we adapt to that climate change that comes? To go into those challenges, what we need is some solutions saying we need research development, and what I said from the original slides is an actually implementation of that into a society. With regard to marine climate research and innovation of sustainable solutions. Research institutions, industry, and societies need easier access to each other. Industry needs sustainable technologies for implementation. Research institutions need capital and feedback from the industry. And societies. Societies need to adapt and implement sustainable technologies. Somebody needs to show that it is possible. It's about technologies. It's about implementation and adaptation in societies. We need a full-scale demonstration site to show that it's possible. So again, why the Faroes? Why should, if this vision is interesting, relevant, why on the Faroes? Well, because of the placement in the Gulf Stream. We actually do have internationally acknowledged research, what we have heard about yesterday and today. We have centuries-long experience in exploiting resource from the ocean. High level of education, well-skilled workers. Not all of them are living on the Faroes, though. We have a focus on the ocean. And what makes it different from many other places who could claim the same, we have our own jurisdiction, which means that we could implement those legally changes that are needed. So pilots can most likely be performed more efficiently on the Faroe Islands, and it's an implementation in a full working society. How could it do that? How could it do that? Getting a model for a structure, for an organization that could implement that without competing with universities or other research centers. University Center of Svalbard is a part of that. It's an interesting model on that. They were established in '93 to use Arctic data as a laboratory arena for observation and data collection by providing university-level education in Arctic studies, carry out high-quality research, contribute to the development of Svalbard as an international research platform. Network university with a small core staff and a large network. The newest number I got from their director this morning was now they have 80 full-time staff of 80, 400 students, around 150 students a year, meaning that most of the students are there for shorter periods. And they have a turnaround about 100 million Norwegian kroner for the first time. It has been gradually growing. But what really makes it interesting is that it's actually not a university. It starts up at a charity, as a stiftelse, by the 4 Norwegian universities to take on these tasks, to be their implementation office body for this research and development. In 2002, it was turned into a state-owned limited company. Nowadays, most of their money come from the government, and it is. But looking into their strategy for 2012, they want to get further network alliances. They want to work more closely with commercial companies. Looking at their strategy would actually be much like looking at our vision of Tacit. So it's an interesting organizational structure. It could be a model. But dominated by direct state funding for free tuition. They don't pay you anything to go there. That means that they got a state grant from the state to deliver free services. That would not be a likely model for Tacit, I think. But more or less, but we could talk about this and make some arrangements like that. So they'll be more business and network oriented, and they find our idea interesting, and actually directly stated to me that they will be interested to support the establishment of a future cooperation partner. International interest. Who are the cooperation partners? How can we get funding? Well, we do actually have a lot of networks already. The networks that have been used to get people attracted to come here. Oceanography, fishing technology. There's actually an ISIS-FAO joint working group on fish technology and fish behavior coming here to Tórshavn later this month, I think. Marine biology, energy technology. I'm actually in a network now on demonstration side of the energy technologies. Only reason why I'm there is that nobody else from Faroe Islands has been interested. They could be. If they meet someone from Faroe Islands that are interested in their area, you'll be included in their network. University of the Arctic. We already have connection to Svalbard, Greenland, or I have University of Highlands and Islands in Scotland, during to some meetings, showing interest. And I'm sure a lot of other people have a lot of other networks.